Because my ultimate goal is when I'm old and gray to look over at that shelf and be like, I made that shit.
And then...
Yeah, I made that shit. Alrighty, we got some more Super Mario Sunshine for you, puppers. We got 64 Shine Sprites. Nintendo 64!
What I feel, it just like... I feel like every time you hit 64 of anything in a Nintendo 64 game, it should do something.
That would be nice. I think going forward, if we ever do another Nintendo 64 playthrough, and we hit 64 something, we should do something special in the episode.
Yeah.
I don't know what it could be, but like Mario 64, if we get 64 stars, we just like animate confetti or something.
Yeah. I feel like every game should have that. You're at 64 points, confetti. You're at 64% life, confetti. You took 64 damage, confetti.
We've only done one Nintendo 64 game so far. Gex.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have many more to cover. Which is funny because even though we have many more Nintendo 64 games to cover, it's still far less than most of the consoles I own.
Yeah.
Because the Nintendo 64 just didn't have that big a library. I think the only Nintendo console smaller is the Wii U.
Wow.
Yeah. Like those two consoles I think had like under like 300 games total.
Wow.
And like that seems like a big number, but considering like PlayStation 2 had close to like 1,000.
Right.
That's a big difference. And the Switch, whether it's physical or digital, it got so many games. I don't even know a number that could even like be close to the reality.
Now, are you counting games that are ported? So like how we're playing Game Boy on the Switch? Would you count those?
I don't know. Do you think I should?
I think
at the end of the day, it's still a game.
Yeah.
Like
I would say technically.
I would count a GameCube game that was a port of a Nintendo 64 game to the GameCube library. So I guess why not? Well, in that case, we're like in like 40,000 maybe.
Yeah.
Because then when you count collections, is it all the games separately or is all the games as one collection one game? So like the Castlevania collection, that's 6 games in one. Is that 6 games on the Switch? Or is that one game?
I would say it's 6 games on the Switch.
It's 6 games on the Switch.
So the only ones that I wouldn't count that way is if they're like little mini puzzle games. Like, oh, I can play Tetris and then Tetris 2. Like,
okay.
Unless they were different.
Because the only things I wouldn't consider is like one of those Atari 100 games in one.
Yeah.
And you scroll through and it's just like little beep, boop,
that's
boop,
what
boop,
I was
boop.
trying to get at, where it's like, you beat the puzzle, you beat the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. Like.
Because that was a thing. Probably still is a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Atari collection.
Well, because I mean,
50
that's...
games in one, because that's all games were at the time. One screen.
Well, not only that, but like that appeals to people like me. I like that. I enjoy those types of games. Where it's like, oh, you mean I can get Tetris, Pac-Man, Ninja Turtles, and Tic-Tac-Toe?
Frogger?
Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Or Snake. Oh, I haven't played Snake in a long time. I remember playing that on my first cell phone.
But that's what I'm learning when I'm trying to do games that aren't in RPG Maker.
Yeah.
Is like think back to Atari. My dream game is obviously to make like a Metroidvania, but to start realistically, I need to think back to Atari. One screen, one character, collects things, raise a score, understand those basics, and then go to the next step.
I don't know about you, but I think we're feeling very, like, inspired today.
Yeah, it's been an inspiring day. Thank you, therapy.
I know, right?
Son of a bitch. I lost the blue coin. Well, where the hell is that one? It just sparkles and it's just like, figure it out.
It's like, well, we're gone now.
Somewhere where that sparkle is, lies your blue coin. But the reason is because marriage is done now. Like, we have like the party coming up and then it's just like, what do I want to do the rest of my life?
Yeah.
And it required a lot of like sitting and stewing to be like, what do I want to do the rest of my life? And it's just like, I want to create.
Yeah.
I would love to make a living creating. Does that mean I want to be famous? No. Does that mean I want to
I want to be comfortable.
Yes.
Like, I don't think that I would like to be famous. It seems very stressful.
I don't want to be
like
the next...
to be able to sustain.
Exactly. I don't want to be the next George Lucas. I don't even want to be the next insert popular YouTuber here.
Yeah.
I just want to substantially, like, I wouldn't mind making money for my craft. Making a living. Because my ultimate goal is when I'm old and gray to look over at that shelf and be like, I made that shit.
And then...
Yeah, I made that shit. But also, like, when you came over to visit at the job and they were just like, you were such a cute couple and like just us being quirky was amusing to them. That's what Pupcorn's all about.
Yeah.
Is like just like being amused by our quirks. And like at the very least, we hope people are just like, they're a cute couple. They're not that good at games. They're not really all that funny.
They're pretty awkward.
They're a little awkward.
But they're awkward together.
But they're a cute couple. And like that is probably like the biggest accomplishment I want with the channel. Now granted, even when making the channel, I do want it to like be a bit of a brand that like springs off into other things. That's why I constantly bring in like voiceover into the channel, game development into the channel, your artwork, your art shows.
Yeah.
Something to like, kind of like a network hub. Because like Pupcorn, people know Pupcorn. They also do this and that and this. Like kind of like to attract.
Yeah.
So like there is that idea as well. But who knows?
That little coin just is hard knowing.
I'm close. It just disappears before I can reach it. There we go. All right. We got it. All right, one more. One more blue coin. I don't know why I'm wasting all this time for blue coins when there's a lot of blue coins that I'm going to get off screen. Because I looked at the total blue coin count and I was just like, oh no, we don't have time for that. 240.
Ain't no one got time for that.
Yeah, there's a total of 240 blue coins to 100% the game. That's how you get the remaining Shine Sprites.
Dang.
And I'm just like, well, as we've established in Yeez, we'd like to cover more games.
Yeah.
We don't want to have 10 straight episodes of just collecting blue coins and being like, get it, get it.
Get it, get it, get it.
So if you are looking for an authentic guide to get all the blue coins, this is not the playthrough for you. We just want you to look at this playthrough and say,
I don't know why. I just pictured.
They're a cute couple.
I just pictured someone sitting there with their notebook, like, son of a bitch! Like,
Son of a...
storms out. Every time!
Somehow they just figured this out on episode 20 of the playthrough. We gave clues like as early as I think episode 3 of just like,
Oh no, I'm pretty
this
sure we
isn't the
established it like right in the beginning. I'm like, hey, this is not going to be a 100% type of playthrough.
like I'm going for 100%, but I'm not gonna like show it. I'm going for all the Shine Sprites.
Yeah.
Mainly all the missions Shine Sprites, because I want to show them all. Because if I did it consecutively, without getting the blue coins, without getting any of the bonuses or the secrets, I think I'd be ready to take on the final boss now.
Huh.
Because it would just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
So yeah. Woohoo! Diving off a roof. All right.
I like that he penguin slides.
Oh, you can just, so what you can do, and I can't use it with this nozzle, is you can actually spray and then turn into a slip and slide. You can turn every surface into a
That's
slip and
funny.
slide. So he's just like, whee! And allows you to gain momentum and go a lot faster. It's a speedrun strat.
So both of us recently have had some lower back issues.
Yes.
And I've been wearing a pretty sturdy back brace
Mm-hmm.
that when I have it on, when I'm at work and a mix of the brace itself and being sore for what's wrong with my back,
Mm-hmm.
I have to waddle.
Yes.
And
you kind of crab walk like a drummer does in a marching band.
Well, one of my coworkers, they were like, "You're waddling. You're like a penguin." And I I couldn't help myself, and I was just like, where's the Batman? So, I'm now the penguin.
Cool.
Until it's time to
You
work
are the
without
cafe
race.
penguin.
Yeah.
Alright, this is the final race with Il Piantissimo. We're gonna race to that tree in Pianta Village. Let's go! That's why I'm gonna do the little hop. Little belly hops. Allows you to go a lot faster.
Meanwhile, Mario's just like, ow, my liver. Ow, my spleen. Ow, my intestines.
You think when
My
he goes to the
gallbladder.
doctor, it's just like, you need to quit this or you're not gonna make it to 60.
And he's just like, one more run, Doc. One more run.
He goes to Dr. Mario. It's just like, well, Doc, I don't think I'm doing too good. Ah, nonsense, you got plenty of time left in you.
Meanwhile, all his ribs
I don't
are
know why
broken.
Dr. Mario's Irish, but we're gonna commit to this bit, damn it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because that is my 51st blue coin out of 250.
No.
But hey, come get your kicks. We got Star Sprite 66. Shine Sprite. Damn.
Whoops.
All right, what else can we do? What else can we gather here? We're slowly clearing the world one by one.
His hat kind of looks like a bumblebee. I like it.
The flood looks like a bee. Mando approves. Okay, this is the Goopy Inferno.
Ew.
So this is the only actual level where Shadow Mario steals your flood and you have to get flood back. All the other ones were in like those special stages
Okay.
and obstacle courses.
Yeah.
This is the actual level. So Shadow Mario has put like molted paint all throughout Pianta Village, and you don't have flood. So you have to find the proper route to get flood back and then save the mayor to get the Shine Sprites. This is one of the top 10 infamous hard Shine Sprites. We've done roughly half of them so far. We only have about 5 more. This is one of them. I've been holding it off for a while.
Yeah.
But eventually you have to do it.
Oh my god, they're on fire.
Yep. Help us! Save us!
On fire.
So there's multiple routes you can take, actually, depending on how good you are at the game. I'm relatively decent, so I'm probably gonna take the recommended path.
Okay.
But this is actually a lot of people's favorite Shine Sprite because, like, you can replay and try different routes.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, I got it through this way. But what if I did this? It worked! So my route
Climb, Mario, climb.
is, well, I thought I could just get to the top of the tree, but that didn't work. Maybe you can hide the side.
I feel like he's spitting water, like collecting it
ain't
in
gonna
his
work.
mouth and just like,
He just, all right, go back in. At this rate, we'll be done at the end of the pot. Okay. Nope. Okay. Like, this is clearly one of the routes, but I don't quite understand how I'm supposed to do it. So we're gonna try a different route.
the water.
I'm not good enough for this route. Well, it takes you right up to that tree, and the tree sprouts, and it's just like, okay, climb the tree. And then I'm just like, okay, now what?
How do I climb the tree?
No, I climbed the tree, but I wasn't able to, like, get to the top. He just kept climbing.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, I'm supposed to jump off somewhere. Ah, here we go. This should lead you to the mayor. So we're gonna go beneath the village. Alrighty. They'll take the high road, I'll take the low road.
You'll take the higher road, I'll take the low road.
Alright, so there's plenty of enemies down here. Make sure they don't bump into you. Spiders and Electrocoopas. Be careful, Mario. Ah! Hey!
It's a good thing I used that wrench a lot, or else I wouldn't have the upper body strength.
Alright, so punch this. Oh, no, don't jump off. Punch, there we go. Sometimes I get confused. I'm just like, all right, how do I jump off from here, and which one's the punch? I hope I don't press the wrong one. But what's nice is there's a coin trail, so clearly this is the intended path. That's how Mario games are programmed.
Yeah.
They give you coins to be like, hey, this is where you're supposed
Come
to go.
here.
And no coins of like a less safe area, but be like, you can also take this path if you'd like to explore around a bit. But the recommended path by the developers is always highlighted by coins.
I do enjoy the black and green mushrooms.
All the mushrooms.
Mushy, mushy, mushy.
Ah, the green one. The green ones bounce. So we'll use this to gain the high ground.
Oh my gosh, I almost made my therapist cry today.
Laughter cry or sad cry?
Sweet cry.
Sweet cry.
Yeah, because we were talking about, just like, I want to have a beehive and a chicken coop and different things like that.
Yeah.
And from following a lot of the homesteading influencers that I've been following of just like a lot of urban homesteading. It's like how to do it when you live in a city or a neighborhood.
Gotcha.
And one of the things we were talking about is like what happens when you have a broody chicken. So a broody chicken means that she wants to hatch chicks.
Uh-oh.
No.
All right, it's gonna be a while. Continue that tangent.
So a hen can actually die from being broody.
Okay.
She'll start to pluck her feathers out. She'll stop eating.
Oh, that's
And
when they're
then-
like depressed and
yeah.
they take it out on themselves.
And then they'll eventually die.
Emo chickens. Got it.
Yeah. And she started like tearing up. She was like, that's terrible. And I was like, but there are ways that homesteaders have prevented their chickens from being broody without hatching more chickens.
Okay.
Because in like an urban area, you can only have so many. You can't have 30 chickens running
Right.
around. So what they would do is put fake eggs under the hen, wait the amount of time it would usually take to hatch a clutch of eggs,
Uh-huh.
and then they put stuffed chickens, like little plushies,
Yeah.
under the hen so that she thinks that she just hatched a bunch of chicks.
Ah.
And she started tearing up. She was like, that's the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
All right, let's try this route. Uh-oh. Nope. Uh-uh. And once you're like hot, you get stuck there. Once you get burnt, he just keeps bouncing. You can't control him. He'll just bounce from one area to the other. Yes, I heard you with the chickens and the stuffed chickens and the
I'm just
toy chickens.
sadly looking like, my chicken.
Well, wait. How does it cheer them up? Because wouldn't they know this isn't alive?
Well, once, for a lot of hens, once they hatch their chickens, that's it. They're done.
Oh,
'Cause,
so they're
like,
just like, whew,
yeah.
did my shift.
Yeah, like,
You're on your own, Skip.
because they don't nurse. It's
Right.
not like chicks nurse from a hen. So it's just once they're born, the hen's like, all right, bud, you're on your own.
Okay, so they're not like a mom cat.
No.
They're not like, is everything okay? Are
No,
you in the best health?
birds tend to be a little bit different. Like, they
Okay.
are protective of their babies, like, if something were to try to hurt it.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they're just like, all right, I'm done.
Okay.
And there are even some mother hens that will try to kill their chicks. So, in that case, farmers would take the chicks and put them under another brooding hen. And be like, this is your baby now. Like... But I just thought that was really cool that they, like, just pretend. And the hen is like, okay,
Aw.
I feel better now.
Really? I can't get up here? There has to be a way. Camera. Oh, camera. Please work for Mario. Nope, nope, nope. All right. All right, what other way? Because, like, Flood's down there in the middle. He's just there like, I've been kidnapped. Come save me. So... I guess we're gonna do the recommended path.
Okay.
The one with all the coins again. And we're just gonna try it again. Because I am not skilled enough for the other paths. I keep getting my ass burnt. So hey, maybe some other time I'll try it out, not recording, and just experiment and have fun.
There you go.
But for this recording session, we're gonna do the authentic way, because we got shit to do. Alrighty. So back down here with all the spiders and electric Koopas and coins and all that fun stuff.
All the scary things.
Yes. But we got lost when it came to the mushrooms. Because I went and got a 1-up, and then I jumped on what I thought was a platform, but I started sliding. And it was just like, nope, not a platform. Just a steep little ledge. I grabbed onto the slope by accident. Careful, careful. Alright, so this is where the mushrooms were. So have you given thought to your favorite and least favorite level yet? Because with the exception of Corona Mountain, like, we're seeing all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be clearing them in the next couple episodes. So clocks are ticking. We're not there yet. You still got a couple episodes to have your final thoughts. But keep in mind, it probably doesn't help that I zigzag between them.
Yeah, no, not at all, because I can't actively remember any of them, if I'm being honest.
Really?
They just kind of meld together. Like, I remember pieces.
A couple episodes ago, you said it didn't meld together like I Am Setsuna.
I'm getting there.
All right.
So I remember pieces of them, but I don't remember what they're called. And I also can't really pick a favorite or least favorite because you kind of do the same thing in all of them. So it's like the aesthetics are a little different, but the actual tasks, this is the first one that I'm kind of seeing like a new way of playing the game.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Kinda. I'll accept it. But also, it could just be a matter of taste because at the end of the day, you're not a platformer person. So you just see it as, it's all jumping.
Yeah.
Whereas me, I'm just like, it's not all jumping. There's a lot of different things happening here. Like the time when I tore off the squid's arms and the time when I cleaned the eel's teeth. And so like, that's variety for me. But I could see for someone not into the genre, it's just like, not just jumping from level to level.
Yeah.
He jumped in the tree level, then he jumped in the park level, then he jumped with the ghosts. He was jumping and spraying. 20 episodes of jumping and spraying. What can I tell you? So, it's fair. I don't like to admit it because I'm just like...
I would say it is mainly because it's not like you go to one level, clear that level, and then we don't see it again.
I got you.
It's difficult for me to organize them in my thought process whenever it's like, oh, we see a little bit of this one, then we go to the next one and see a little bit of that one, and then we'll go back, and then we'll skip that whole level, and then we'll come to this one.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know where we're at.
Yeah, I did this one for a bit more convenience. I think Hat in Time I did a little more streamlined. There were still a couple levels that it's just like, oh, you need a gadget to complete this level.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the gadget's in the other world. Like the grappling hook. You had to go to the forest to finish the train level because the train level required the grappling hook. So, and I'll keep that in mind in future playthroughs if we'd like it to be more cohesive and be like, start at level 1.
I mean, it's just, that's how my brain works. I'm not very good at jumping around because I just won't go back.
Come on now, jump around. Jump, jump. Speaking of which, how the hell do I get up there? That's where the mayor is. That's where my Shine Sprite is. I got Flood, but he's just out of reach. Maybe I can climb that big old tree. Ouch! Lava droplings. Yeah. Gonna make our way up, up, up the tree we go. And onto the mushroom. Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. There we go. Oh, wow. It is lava droppings. Kind of like those weird little chicken monsters. Alright then. I'm almost out of water. Can I finish this before I run out of water? You saved me! Thanks for bundle! And there we go. Woohoo!
Yay!
Alrighty, we're at 67 now. What could be next? That was one of the tougher missions, and now it's cleared.
Exciting!
Alright. Alright, so what do we have left? We finished World 5. We still got a bit of World 7 and World 6. Oops. And we also have World 2 that we skipped. We still have one more mission in World 2.
See, I would completely forget. I'd be like, I don't remember what ones
so
I've been to or
Z
what
button,
I've skipped.
it gives you like a checklist of like all the worlds listed and being like, you've got 7 out of 10 Shine Sprites or whatever. So it'd be like, oh, I only got 7. What am I missing here? And then you go to the world.
I guess we just haven't seen that feature.
I think I hit it once like early on, but that was just for me to be like, where, yes. I can show it at the beginning of the next recording session. Because it's when you hit the world map and it shows like the entire island shape as a dolphin. And you can do like the totals. And it's like, you have this many Shine Sprites. You need this many. And it's just like, oh, well, where am I missing Shine Sprites? Here's a breakdown of all the worlds. Thank you. Very convenient. So yeah, it helps you keep track of all the Shine Sprites. Should you decide to play this game on your own time.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a no for me.
Too much jumping. Just a jumping and a spraying. Listen, you were jumping and a spraying swears when you were playing Ys last night.
There was like...
There was a lot of booby traps.
Ugh.
You weren't doing too good. It was just like, for God's sakes, Adolf.
Good at jumping. I was like, buddy, you gotta work with me, man.
Don't make me jump. So this is Yoshi's Fruit Adventure. You need a specific colored Yoshi to reach the Shine Sprite at the very end. And you do that by pounding on these fruit stations. And each time you pound, it gives you a different colored fruit. And each fruit gives you a different colored Yoshi. And each Yoshi has a different spray. Each spray does like a different type of platform? It's easier to explain by showing you. It's weird when I describe it, but when you see it, I'm like, it does that.
Yeah.
So, I am now Lemon Yoshi. We're gonna go to these fish, because this makes logical sense. I had to read the guide for this one. So I was just like, what the hell am I supposed to do here?
They look like little dragon fruits.
Dragon fruit fish. Anywho, you spray them with the juice and they become platforms. Because of course, right? I knew that. Oh no!
You just let Yosh drown.
Yoshi like dissolves in this game. It's very weird. I think he's made of paint. I don't think it's actually Yoshi. I think it's paint Yoshi.
Okay.
It's not the real Yoshi. That's how I verify it.
The colors on the bottom, whenever you're looking for your fruit, it's not there right now, but it's where your like water gauge is.
Oh, okay.
So when you're on Yoshi and it has the color,
yeah, it turns into the juice.
It just makes me think of that nostalgic candy that's in like a wax bottle.
Oh yeah.
And it's like the juice inside.
Uh-huh. I remember that. What were those things called?
I don't remember.
I wasn't too crazy about them, to be honest. Didn't help that, like, the first couple times I tried eating the wax. And I was just like,
I feel like most kids did think, like, oh, okay, like,
nope,
you
that's
just
not
eat
part
the
of the
whole
candy.
thing.
That is not part of the candy.
Yeah, I don't...
So I was just like, wow, this candy sucks.
What? It's gonna drive me nuts.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy there, Mario. Oh, well, you look that up. I'm gonna get the proper fruit. And again, I was looking at the Prima strategy guide to figure out how to do this properly.
Okay, they are called...
Go on.
Nick-I Nip?
Nick and Nick.
Wax bottle candy drink.
Nickety Nip. They're a wax bottle. Okay. Alrighty. Are they even around anymore?
Oh, you are supposed to eat... Well, not eat the wax, but you chew it like gum.
Oh. But it tastes like shit.
I know.
Tastes like candy corn. Ugh.
Yeah, they're called Nick-Ol Nips.
Nick-Ol
Nik-L-Nips.
Oh, okay.
Nick-Ol Nips. Wax bottle candy. So when you like bite the top off, drink the syrup inside, and then
you can chew the
wax bottle.
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't my favorite. When I get those in like the store or something, I'd be like, eh. Or a grab bag, I'd be like, avoid those.
I know that was like the last resort candy.
Yeah.
We used to get them for Halloween a lot.
I mean, it's pretty big. It's deceiving because it's big candy, and you're just like, oh boy, this is the good stuff. And then you just eat it, and you're just like,
you're like, ew.
I'm not too fond of this.
Because, I mean, I remember them being kind of, like, there wasn't a lot of syrup inside, you know?
No, like, it was down in a couple seconds. You were just like,
yeah.
And that's it. And then you're just left with a
it was like a
tasteless
shot,
wax bottle.
Like a shot glass worth of syrup.
Yep.
If that.
Mm-hmm. It's like a bag of chips. You just open it, and it's just like,
air.
Oh, that's it? Like, especially with the lunch ladies at school. Like, you just get a little bag of chips, you open it, and there's like 5 chips in there. It's just like, oh, well, that's unfortunate. Alright, so we're riding these fish platforms up.
We only had chips at, like, our snack bar. Like, we had to pay extra.
Ah, okay. There was, like, fruit, a bag of fruit you could add to your lunch, and there were chips. And then there were, like, other goodies that you had to pay extra.
I don't know, like, the way that our lunch line worked, so it was kind of like you would wait in line, and then you would go into, like, where the lunches were served, and we had the specialty lunch that, like, changed every day.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had cheeseburgers, or hamburgers, rather.
You gotta be kidding me.
And then there was, like, prepackaged salads. That were just like iceberg lettuce with a cup of ranch. And then you picked either milk or water. And then when you left that little area, there was like the condiment bar that had like your salt, your pepper, ketchup, mustard, hot sauce, mayo.
There we go. I got stuck there for a second. I kept just... Yoshi was too close to the goo, and I'd try to mount right back on him, and he'd be like, ouch! And launch me off. Oh, come on. I can't just pound it. I gotta be just regular Mario. I don't remember too much of my school lunch now that I think. Hey, there it is! There's the map button.
But then we had a snack bar where you could get like soft pretzels and cheese, and you could get like the grandma's cookies, and different types of chips, and iced tea, and pop.
And the little milk cartons.
They actually didn't sell the milk cartons.
Oh, wow.
At the snack bar, because those came with lunch.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you couldn't get the things you could get for lunch at the snack bar.
Gotcha.
So like if you wanted 2 milks, you would get them with lunch and just pay for the extra milk.
Okay. Ah, school lunch. I don't miss thee.
Me neither.
I miss college lunch, though. That was the culinary students. I was just like, oh boy. All right, in the next episode, more Mario Sunshine. Woohoo!